I know I referenced it a few times um today. So give me 1 second. This is the story about Kenneka Jenkins, the young girl that was with her friends and was unalived. Let's get into it.
Want to hear? Oh, I have that subject in the kitchen in a freezer. She is frozen solid.
Where's the address of your emergency?
Yes, I'm at the Crowne Plaza. My daughter came to to a party here last night. She's not able to be found now.
It is only a couple hours since you hadn't seen her, correct? Or since her friend supposedly hadn't seen her?
Correct. Let's say about 3 to 4 hours now.
What I would recommend, just, go home, relax a little bit, give it some time. Of all we know, she very well could still be in the room. She could just be passed out.
All right, guys. So this is pretty much the video of Kenneka Jenkins, right? She was in Chicago, was partying with some friends, and end up in the freezer unalived. Unalived. For what? And the thing is, none of the friends knew where she was, or that's what they say. That's what they say. Give me 1 second. There was another. There was another clip that I wanted to bring up. Okay, so we have somebody saying, "I'm calling all prayer warriors. The girl in the photos is Kenneka Jenkins." Here, let me give you guys a photo so you guys can know who Kenneka Jenkins is. This is Kenneka Jenkins right here. Okay, so somebody says, "I'm calling all prayer warriors. The girl in the photos is Kenneka Jenkins. She was set up by her friends, viciously murdered at the Crowne Plaza Hotel in September of 2017. The hotel covered the murder up by placing her body in a freezer in the hotel, where she was later found by authorities that helped the hotel cover up her murder by saying she wandered in the freezer drunk. They closed the case. I'm asking all the real prayer warriors to join me in prayer diligently that we can get the case reopened. I have been working tirelessly on this case with that little they left to work with. I just feel like justice can be served, especially if we bombard the gates of heaven for guidance. Thanks in advance." So this was posted on October the 13th. So what, a month ago? So I'm glad that we're talking about it because they want to reopen Kenneka Jenkins' case. And her friends that were there need to go down. If we're getting justice, then we need to go ahead and get it for everybody. We definitely need to do it. A senseless crime. A senseless crime. And then, I'm sorry, give me 1 second. I'm actually pull this up one more time. Actually, I'll bring this one up. But Kenneka Jenkins, her story, I want to say somewhat, I want to say these people that did this to Shanquella had an idea about Kenneka Jenkins. This right here, this senseless crime.
And I said, well, okay, I love you. Have a good night. And I will talk to you tomorrow. And I never talked to my child again. And she never made it back home.
Robinson's mom, Salamandra, says within 24 hours of her daughter's arrival, she was dead. Figuring out how or why has only added to the family's nightmare. It started with a frantic call from Robinson's friends.
They said she wasn't feeling well. She had alcohol poisoning. They couldn't get a pulse. Each one of the people that was there with her was telling different stories.
It's when the family made calls to the FBI and Mexican authorities that they learned of another potential cause of death.
And the autopsy came back. They said it didn't have anything to do with alcohol. Said that she had been, she had a broken neck and her spine in the back was cracked. She had been beaten.
Salamandra says the entire group came back from Mexico, leaving her daughter's body there. Nearly 2 weeks and $6,000 later, her body is back home. But answers have been hard to come by.
You and I are such similar creatures.
It don't take that long to get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at? She told me I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What? I'm gonna keep it hot. They just that I don't want to wear because it's cute as fuck. They what Go said they croup. Yeah. the one that's like mediocre is in my champion. I can't do them.
Hi, Lindsay. How are you doing? I'm pretty much just going through some videos, and I brought up Kenneka Jenkins because this is somewhat similar to what Kenneka Jenkins' mother was feeling.
On September 9th, 2017, Kenneka Jenkins' body was found inside a latched freezer of the Crowne Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois. The 19-year-old had been partying with friends, celebrating a birthday in room 926 at the hotel early in the morning on September 9th, 2017. She was caught on camera in the early morning hours wandering around an unused kitchen in the hotel's basement. 24 hours later, a hotel worker found her on her side in the vacant freezer. Her left arm was underneath her, her right shoe was off, and there was a small cut on her right foot. Was it an accident or something more diabolical? At first glance, this case might seem pretty cut and dry, but there are questions remaining. I'm Chris, and this is True Crime Recaps. And before we get started, I just want Toxicology report found alcohol, caffeine, and a drug use. Tribune, an autopsy report revealed Kenneka died of hypothermia, and a toxicology report found alcohol, caffeine, and a drug used to test epilepsy and migraines were significant contributing factors in her system. She also had an abrasion on her right ankle and a purple contusion on her right leg. We're going to get back to the autopsy results in a minute because there's more to talk about there, but right now, you need to see the surveillance video of Kenneka's last moments published by CBS Chicago. She and her friends got to the hotel around 1:15 a.m. on September 9th. They went up to the party on the 9th floor and stayed there for about 2 hours. Then around 3:25 a.m., you can see Kenneka in the hall making her way to an unused kitchen in the basement. At 12:25 a.m. on Sunday, September 10th, a hotel worker found her lying face down in the freezer. The freezer was inside of a walk-in cooler. The doors to both the cooler and freezer were closed when they found her, and even though they were both empty and the kitchen was vacant, both the cooler and freezer were turned on, and the temperature would have been below 32 degrees. Okay, those are a few of the facts. Here's where it gets murky. Was there a camera above the freezer or not? At first, the answer was yes. So where's that video? But then the police claimed the camera does not point toward the freezer door, which is why there's no actual video of her entering the freezer. Her mother told a Chicago radio station that there was a camera there, but now it's mysteriously gone. There are more discrepancies. According to a photo offered by the attorney representing Kenneka's family, the freezer door handle has a button that allows it to be locked from the outside. The attorney suggested someone might have accidentally or purposely locked her inside that night. However, other videos taken by police showing the freezer door do not appear to match the images the lawyer has. The door in the police video has a patented metal panel that is missing in Feiger's photo, and the latch does not have the lock button he mentioned. Police reports say the freezer door had a handle that allowed it to be opened from inside, which is the way most freezers are designed to avoid exactly this kind of tragedy. And police said the unlocking mechanism appeared to be working fine. Yet somehow, Kenneka managed to get stuck inside. In the pictures, she was wearing the jeans and denim jacket we saw her come in with, but her shirt was pulled up over her breasts. One shoe is off and laying a few feet away from her body. Her pants are covered in dirt, and according to Newsweek, her hair was wet and matted. So how did all that happen? And then there's the toxicology report. According to CBS Chicago, she didn't have any date rape drugs in her system, but her blood alcohol was 0.112. That's about 50% higher than the legal limit. But that can be explained. Witnesses say she was drinking Hennessy straight out of the bottle. She was also 19 at a birthday party. No judgment. The weird thing is the topiramate found in her system. That's a medication to treat epilepsy or migraines. And the coroner's office said the amount of the drug in her system was in the therapeutic range. But the thing is, she didn't have a prescription for it, and her mother said she didn't suffer from epilepsy or migraines as far as she knew. So what's that about? And it gets worse. When alcohol and topiramate are combined, both substances are enhanced. Side effects include dizziness, impaired memory, impaired concentration, poor coordination, confusion, and impaired judgment. And then when you add in the freezing cold temperatures where she was found, the medical examiner said it can speed up hypothermia and death. But again, why was she taking that? Did someone slip it into her drink? Did she run into someone in that vacant kitchen who took advantage of her vulnerability and the isolated area? Now, let's say for a moment that Kenneka, feeling the effects of the booze and epilepsy meds, wanders into the freezer. Why would she lay down there? It was cold and she was dressed for a night out. Is a nap in a freezer really her first instinct? It makes no sense. Let me take you through the timeline. She and her friends left her house in her mother's car around 11:30 p.m. on September 8th, 2017. According to police reports, they stopped off for a Bluetooth speaker, Hennessy, energy drinks, and cannabis. They got to the hotel around 1:15 in the morning. Here, they are riding up in the elevator. A few minutes later, she texted her sister. That's the last time her family heard from her. Around 2:15 or so, she took this Snapchat video in the bathroom with a friend. More party video with Kenneka in the background was taken a few minutes later. This was posted on Instagram by The Shade Room. You can just make out Kenneka in her denim jacket and white shirt. The girls walked out about an hour later. Around 4 a.m., her mother, Teresa, got a call from Kenneka's friends telling her they couldn't find her and they were in her car, so she obviously didn't drive away. They said they left her alone near the exit so they could go back up to the room and get her cell phone and her keys. When they came back, she was gone. As soon as the girls dropped off her car, Teresa went back to the hotel and asked for help. They told her to take it to the police, so she called 911 around 7 in the morning. Take a listen.
911, where's the address of your emergency?
Yes, I'm at the Crowne Plaza at O'Hare Airport, and I was calling because my daughter came to a party here last night, a gathering with her friends, and now her friends, they said that they left her on the front of the hotel, and she's not able to be found now. She's 19 years old. So what would you suggest?
Well, again, the only thing I would suggest maybe just give her a couple hours. She could have went somewhere with one of her other friends. I mean, and who knows what her friends are saying is true. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You could tell not to be saying. You could tell it don't sound right. I'm a parent. I've been young before, and it's not sounding right. It don't sound right. Period. That's why I came out here myself. So how long does it take for me to file a missing person report?
Well, you can file it at any time. It just like I said, just give it a little bit of time. If you hadn't heard from her by, I want to say about 10, 11 o'clock, then by all means, give us a call again. You can come to the station, and we can help you out from there.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
right.
I'll do that. Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
You're very welcome. Have a good day.
6 hours after that call, the police added Kenneka's name to their missing persons list. By 8:30 that night, with no sign of her daughter, Teresa was getting frantic. She started knocking on guest doors to find out if anyone had seen her daughter. An employee from the hotel called 911 to complain that she was creating a disturbance by canvassing every floor of the hotel. But good for her, because that lit a fire under law enforcement, and they started looking. By 12:23 a.m., they found her. Her mother thinks she would still be alive if they had taken the search more seriously and looked at the video footage sooner. She filed a lawsuit against the hotel and other parties for $50 million. The suit claims the defendants were negligent because they didn't secure the walk-in freezer or conduct a proper search when she went missing. Also, the unused kitchen where the freezer was located had a set of doors that could have been locked to prevent access, but weren't. And it is still not entirely clear why the freezer, which was not in use, had been left on. A hotel employee told officers that it was not being used by the hotel, but had been loaned to a company launching a new restaurant in the building. However, The hotel denies any responsibility and calls the lawsuit frivolous. And what about the party she was at? Well, let's just say she wasn't exactly hanging out with a bunch of Girl Scouts. The room was rented with a stolen credit card. The police say the hosts were affiliated with a gang, and there were a lot of gang members there. One of the many conspiracy theories involves a trafficking situation that went bad. Another wild theory claims that she was meant to have her organs harvested, which is why she was in the freezer. Still, another theory wonders if the security footage we just saw was edited in some way. Was there someone following her? And then, of course, there's the question of how she managed to open the freezer by herself to walk in, but couldn't turn around and figure out how to get back out the same way. The police have closed this case, chalking it up to an accident, even though Kenneka's own mother and friends think something more is going on here. They wanted the FBI to step in, and at one point, more than 30 people were protesting outside the hotel in hopes of making that happen, but the feds stayed out of it. What do you think happened? Let's talk about it in the comments.
Well, since we're talking about it, I ran across some information and it's got to do with the PPP loan. And this was under Shanquella's business. And whose name do you see right there? Khalil Cook, right? Uh-huh. Absolutely. Was money the motive? What happened? Oh, here. Let me see. Mhm. To send you notifications. Okay. Give me one second. I guess I'm getting notifications. Oh, okay. Um, this is so sad. I hope they get them ASAP. I hope they get them too. I really do. We just got to keep, we just got to keep our faith and we just got to, Nas did it. Oh, wow. He's in Buffalo, New York. Hold on, y'all. Give me one second. We just got an update. Nas is in Buffalo, New York right now. Give me one second. Nas did it is in Buffalo, New York, guys. Or hold on, no, he was in Buffalo, New York. Huh. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, that's all that. Who's Junior? Here, how can I call him? Where are you from? Oh, he's from New York. Oh. Yeah, I need to try to. Um, hi, can you have um, no, okay. We gotta get some information. We have got to get some information. Um, so he was in New York. He said, "We're the good tree in Buffalo. Love you, cousin. Had so much fun with you today. Every time I turned around, you were there, had me cracking the fuck up." Hold on. Let's get into these comments. Okay, this is November the 13th. Oh my God, it's giving. Who is this? It's giving Slim and Slim. What was that movie? Slim. It's giving Slim. Oh wow, the people are going in. Let's do this. Love you, cousin. Had so much fun. Da 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 da. Jay says, left my ass. I love you more. Love you more. Keep the evidence. Put away. Evidence away. I'm not there to save you no more. Wow. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, sis was just online last night. I want to know who this woman is. Let me see if I can get on another device and call her. Because I want to know how much fun y'all had. Um, um, Give me 1 second, guys. Mm. All right, guys, give me a second. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can call this woman and see what's going on. I've got questions. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not letting me do it. So yeah, I guess I'll continue to investigate. Give me a second. Let's see. So at least we know they're cousins, right? We know that they're cousins. Oh, so he's from Buffalo, New York. But lives in Charlotte. Okay. So cracking the fuck up. Yes, little cousin, you have my back. I love you and enjoyed you so much. 1 week ago. Wow, your cousin is going to jail for murder. Oh, hold on. Tariq says Nas did it. They got some evidence. All right, FYI, prison in Mexico is not like prison in America. Somebody else says, Chanel says, JJ, your cousin's a killer. Y'all parents must be proud. I see. Clearly, hiding evidence is your forte. Exactly. Y'all need to be explaining what happened to this girl because the streets of Charlotte ain't gonna take ain't gonna take it easy on y'all. The city needs answers. Oh, honey, when you think he in Buffalo, right? Why you think he in Buffalo right now? Wow. Wow. Yes. Okay. In Buffalo on November the 3rd. Remember, all this happened October the 29th, allegedly, right? Guys, are we in this thing like a chicken wing or what? Are we in this thing like a chicken wing? Yes, Kiara Moss, we are live right now. Yes, yes, yes. What's going on? Navi is in Buffalo, child. Everybody has been bouncing out, getting out of Charlotte. Everybody's getting up out of Charlotte. They think they're safe. But let's get into it. Laquan says y'all need to be explaining what happened to this girl because the streets of Charlotte ain't gonna take it easy on y'all. The street need answer. Okay, I answer that one. And then somebody says jail. Y'all probably safe in jail. Turn yourself in, or your best bet is to flee. Good luck. Wow. Wait, he from here the whole time? Somebody says yes, he's from Buffalo. No, he tried to go to Buffalo after to make it seem casual. Sabrina Breeze, Brianna says, Sabrina, I could honestly care less. What? Well, if you could care less, keep your comments to yourself. Somebody says, Sabrina, do you care that he was involved in a murder? And then somebody said, you're really taking up for this piece of shit. Go figure. Bree says, girl, fuck you. Kenneth McKinney. Oh, they telling people to read the comments. Oh, somebody tagged the the FBI. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, Melissa. Right on. You belong in a ditch. Sabrina, oh, not sure to finish someone complicit over in the cover. Oh, Kalan went ahead and posted some more tea, honey. Okay. Deara, Sabrina, unsolicited advice for you, sis. Document, but you stay out of it. Oh wow. If this your family, just say that, cause what the fuck, you ain't getting on him for what they did to sis, then to cover it up and call her mom. Come on now, if that was your daughter, I pray you wouldn't have this type of energy like sis. That's weird. I agree. Do you guys agree with her? Do you guys agree with these people that's sounding off in this comments? You haven't even felt, oh, girl, what? You haven't even felt me bully you yet. I'm actually being nice right now. Okay, De'Ara, go ahead and get into De'Ara's about to tear off into you like a hot steak, sis. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's where y'all headed. 25 to life. I hope they get like three. I don't know. I just really hope that they whew, no amount of time is gonna replace her, but I really feel like, Brianna Jones says, Caitlin, guys, stop doing this. Some of these addresses are outdated, and people have been showing up to a young lady's house looking for one of these girls, putting her and get kids at risk. I know we want them under the jail, but Dr. ain't cool. All right, let's do it. Shaquilla's law. Make it a felony to record a violent assault and withhold information about the assault from the police. Thank you. Period. I agree. Yes. Mm. So he with his boo thing right here. Let me zoom in. Had your purse with your boo thing. You know, that was some weak. Oh my God, that was some weak. I see y'all like labels and jewelry. Wow. Just to be pure evil like that is just sick. That's really sick. Mm. If you're in Buffalo or New York State, period, and trying to make some money, hit me. Hey, okay, let's get into it. If you're in Buffalo or New York State, period, and trying to make some money, hit me. What you trying to do for it? Let's see. Let's get into it. Oh, bitch. Let's call him. Oh, bitch, let me call him. Let me see. Let me call this man. He's trying to hear it. Where's my phone? Chad, I can't dial quick enough. Uh, um, mhm. Yes. Pick up the phone.
Please leave your message for Nazir Lee. Sorry, mailbox is full. To send an SMS notification, press 5.
Pick up the phone.
To send an SMS notification.
Girl, let me call you back. I'm sorry, guys. I got to make this phone call. Yeah, I got to make this phone call. Oh, did he just block me? Navi, are you in the comments looking at my video and you blocked me?
Please leave your message for
Nazir.
sorry, mailbox is full. To send an SMS notification.
Well, I got his number. That'll do it. That'll do it right there, huh? Mm-hmm. That'll do it. We got to get into some investigation. You guys, please like the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to continue to keep calling around. Can't hide for long. Mm-hmm. At all, period. Okay. Yo, what up, my boy? Vic said, I'm about to text you. Bet. Ayanna Chamberlain hit your bro up. She got another page she blocked. She said inbox her on that page. Make it public, son. Okay. Let's see who this is. Heartless. They all look, man, look possessed. Hold on, let me let y'all get into this picture. Let me show y'all this picture, what I'm looking at. Get into this photo. Oh boy, look like he ready to give a. Mm. It's a lot going on in this photo. It's a lot going on in this photo. There's nothing better than love and family. Auntie, proud of you guys. Oh, really? Oh, Founders Day. Oh, oh, oh. Let's find out. Oh, ooh. Roof, roof. All right, come on. Oh, hold on. They say Nazir innocent. He came after that happened to her. Cleared that he would have never let that go down. He was told from them she had alcohol poison when he landed. That's the story he went back and told her mother. His first time seeing the video is today, just like all of us. Oh, really? So, girl, is you trying to be funny? Are you trying to be funny? Do this exercise if your back hurts. Thank me later. Really? This sounds a little sketchy and shady to me. But let's get into it. I'm not speaking on shit else. I'm letting everything come to light from now on. Quella, continue to get your story to us, baby girl. We here waiting to hear it and get you justice. Tomorrow we lady to rest, baby girl. Y'all come out and show your love and support to the family, please. The fact I'm blocked from Instagram right now is crazy to me. Like I'm stuck on Facebook for now. I hate it here. I want to go back home. A lot of y'all posting things with Shanquella's name hashtag on it because y'all know it's gonna get some shares since her story is still fresh and viral. Y'all be sick. Been this. That North Carolina beat page gives me clout chasing vibes. Like, bro, relax a little. Girl, period. I think this her sister right here, y'all. Her sister said, even in death, she putting pressure on her. Watch how she bring the city out. Child, you know what? Wow. Sis, you definitely putting the pressure on them. Sis, it's heavy out here. It's definitely heavy out here, sis. Pressure. Big pressure. Your sister say you putting pressure on them, sis. And you ain't even here. Even in death, she putting pressure on them. Watch how she bring the city out. Imagine going to jail in Mexico. You motherfuckers are fried. Let's read some of these comments. Okay, let's get into these comments. As they should. The fast way. Okay, get them on the first thing smoking. Get them on a jet. You know, no passengers, just them. They say Mexico prisons make Alcatraz look like a playground. Wow. They should be in there now. If only they knew. They done as they should be. Just don't know. Oh my God. Damn. Mm, damn. It's so sad, y'all. It's really sad. I want to take it up here to the arrangements. Here, let me take it off here right quick. Kyrie Irving actually donated 50,000. Shout out to Kyrie Irving, y'all. Wow. Some lovely donations. God bless all these people that donated. Amen. Amen. Wow. Okay, let's. My name is Quilla Long, the sister of Shanquella Robinson. My beautiful sister, hashtag Shanquella Robinson, recently went on a trip to Cabo, Mexico with people she believed were her friends. During this trip, she was found dead. Her associates claim she died of alcohol poisoning, but the death certificate from the Mexican government contradicts this statement as it reveals a broken neck and cracked spine and a time of death, which is 15 minutes after she sustained these injuries. The United States Department released a statement claiming no clear evidence of foul play. Yet, there is a video circulating of a woman violently attacking Shanquilla. This statement is unacceptable, and we are beyond devastated. We continue to fight for the truth. We face a tremendous unexpected financial burden and a great deal of pain as we prepare to lay my sister to rest. Any support you can contribute to our legal fees and other critical expense is greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance for all your support. And I'll actually share this on, like I said, I'll share it on my Twitter. Oh, actually, so here I'll share it in the comments right quick. So if anybody in the comments wants to donate, here's a link. We'll pin it. Um, in 1 second. Let's see. Okay, so not sure what's going on there, but we'll share here as well. Okay. Okay. Oh, so it did tweet. They shutting this bitch down. Child, what is these people doing on Twitter? Little bro. Oh, Doja Cat. Um, I don't know. This is really a lot. I'm just not understanding like the people that are mm, 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 mm. And thank you, Sharita. I really want them to Polo Nike fee. E fine. I want to see a part of the E5. Let me look at some of these photos. Mm, okay, I don't know what that is. Mhm. I don't know. I don't want to go too far up in that. Yeah, they all need to go down. They definitely all need to go down. But listen, guys, if you have any information, definitely get it over to the FBI. We did call like the Mexican embassy this morning. We called a few places. We put in a few complaints. This girl needs justice. And I don't care how long it takes for us to make some noise, but we're gonna stay on it. We are gonna stay on it. What they did to her was just so messed up. And then to know that they're gonna lay her to rest tomorrow is like, they saw her body, as it had come back, and things didn't look right, but mm, let's just send prayers to her family. All right, guys, this is heavy. Let me see if I can. Okay, so if you guys want to call in, I'm about to place the call number up. If you guys want to call into the show and sound off. All right, and our number is 870-568-4335. 870. Okay, there you go. So if you guys want to call into the show. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss. I'll be here for a little minute. Um, I just want to see where your mind is, where your thoughts are, um, how you're feeling right now. Do you think that it's a Kenneka Jenkins remake? We need to know. Sounds like it to me. Let's lie to her mom, you know? Let's not tell the truth. That's pretty much what happened with Kenneka Jenkins. Oh, and there was one more thing that I wanted to show y'all. Okay, so the reason why I have the reason why I had this picture up is because I got a video and I did want to go through a few other things, okay? But this is the video of this right here.
Back to another In Killing Color Crime Quickie, and this is another update on the Shanquella Robinson case. Now, I did.
All right, we got a caller. Hi, it's the Queen Tulsa Show. How can I help you? Who are we talking to?
Hi, talking to Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay. How are you? Thank you for calling in.
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm well over here trying to contain myself as I am very frustrated.
I see. I had put in the chat, what's going on, because I think I had missed something when you were kind of sifting through the messages. But out of all of this that I've been watching, I think my head is in a little different place, just the legalities of it all. But so I'm thinking of O.J. Simpson, that criminal trial, right? So he wasn't, found guilty. He was acquitted, but he lost all of his fame and fortune civilly. So even though we are putting, pressure on the United States and Mexico to do something better than what has, transpired, I'm curious if nothing criminally comes of this and the family is only left with a civil suit and these are primarily 25-year-olds, what do they have to gain in order to get some type of justice? I mean, do you follow?
Yeah, I follow. But then again, I feel like they are already raising money. They have a GoFundMe. The family has a GoFundMe for legal and attorney fees. So I don't think that it's going to be a problem. I feel like now that the FBI is involved and, this woman was in a fight before, she was taken up out of here. I feel like the last fight, that woman should be held responsible. You were the last person she was seen on camera with alive. Now they're saying that it's more videos out there. Well, whoever put their hands on her should be held accountable. What are your thoughts?
Oh, most definitely. But not so much about their GoFundMe and legal fees. I'm saying if they were to sue whomever is involved, and I mentioned that they are about 25 years old, I mean, what assets do they have to be liquidated? You know what I mean? Because that's why I brought up the example of OJ. We couldn't get him criminally, so we'll take him for everything that he had. Then secondly, then secondly, I'm thinking about U.S. diplomacy, and this is probably the first time a lot of people had to revisit middle school civics and social studies, and a lot of people don't understand. You are a U.S. citizen, you're an American. Once you leave our soil, our, liberties and protections kind of stay with us at the airport we flew out of, right? Mm-hmm. But of course, I've seen some people make some comments about, Interpol, the international police, but most of the time that's involved with just sex trafficking, arms, like weapons and drugs. And luckily, that sounds so crass to say, but luckily, this doesn't seem to be the case. And then I'm like, here we have Brittany Griner essentially over in a Russian concentration camp. What favors diplomatically that the U.S. isn't doing for her that we would expect to be done for Miss Robinson in this case? Every life is precious. Every life is important. But we're not able to rescue everyone. Then I've heard people talk about Natalie Holloway. If you remember, I think she was on a senior class trip in Aruba. And of course, she's the complexion for protection. Mm-hmm. And Aruba went after the suspect. But the U.S., remember, diplomacy, they were involved with the hunt. So it happens to be the country where the crime, or alleged crime, I should say, is regardless of all the evidence we've seen, right? We know what happened. Mm-hmm. Allegedly the crime that occurred, it really falls on Mexico. We're trying to build a wall so Mexico and other people from Central America can't come into the U.S. Without following the proper forms and things of that nature. There's drug cartels involved.
But look, sis, I get what you're saying, and you're making some excellent points. But let's take it here. Sis was on vacation. She wasn't sneaking anything in. Brittany Griner, on the other hand, she had that marijuana. So when we talk about this woman spent her money to come and visit in your town, and she's murdered, and that's just that. Oh, the closed case, because of you went off of hearsay of the people that were around them, and it does make you feel like, damn, were they paid off?
Yes. Have you heard of the other 3 deaths that occurred? And it's unfortunate that they're not getting as much coverage, but just 3 Black individuals trying to celebrate the Day of the Dead, and it's carbon monoxide poisoning. It almost seems like, not to affect the brand of Mexico, we're on tourism down here. We can't have all of these murder investigations. So to your point, hey, they died of the flu. This person had pneumonia. And it's just like, wait, what? Their lungs are clear. Just anything to ship the body out.
Wow. It's sad, and it makes you really think. And if this organization is doing that, what other organizations are doing it?
I think the entire world is crooked, and it's not even so much as being paid off. There's so much going on that we don't know. The one time it has actually been in the victim's favor that this is sensationalized. What if we didn't have this clip?
Exactly. Just imagine the story. I mean, they would have been still walking free. I mean, because
it's just like I said, it's like, I'm my head is in a different place. I'm not desensitized to death, but the many things that we hear and we see and, talk about and just have to digest every day, I'm still trying to figure out how to even begin to wrestle to the fact that they were in this woman's home speaking to her mother and lied to her face. Mm-hmm. Knowing full well that the truth was eventually going to come out. Okay, it's alcohol poisoning and she was drunk, Miss Mama, and she fell down the stairs and broke her neck. That would seem more plausible than just alcohol poisoning. Boom, she's dead, and then have the body, come back, and that doesn't line up to what alcohol poisoning is. It's the audacity for me.
You know what? Actually, so I just found the story that you were just talking about. 3 Americans found dead in Airbnb while visiting Mexico to celebrate Day of the Dead.
Yes.
Girl,
that just happened, right? And it's crazy how things tend to happen in threes, and I'm not counting their 3 deaths as the 3. So I'm like, if we have Miss Robinson, I'm like, what other story out there that we don't know about? And there have been a few other content creators who have brought those 3 individuals to light, and they do within the same breath say, I wish that we could cover this more. Not them like individually, but we, the community, for content creation, we could discuss this more. But Miss Robinson's story is so huge.
Yeah, it is. And then it's just right here, and it's like we have them right, it may not have been right after it happened, but as soon as the details came out, it's like we jumped on it, and it's like we got to get this.
Everyone did.
Yeah.
Everyone jumped on this to where I thought I had read about it a few days ago, but I'm like, was everybody in a group chat? Like, how is all of YouTube, especially Black YouTube, talking about this? It was like video after video after video after video. Mm-hmm. And I was like, my goodness. Well, listen, it was amazing when a community comes together.
And speaking of the 3 Americans found dead in Airbnb while visiting Mexico to celebrate Day of the Dead, a trio of friends visiting Mexico City to celebrate the Day of the Dead were found dead in their Airbnb. Officials and their family said on Wednesday, Candace Florence, 28, and Jordan Marshall, 28, both of Virginia Beach, Virginia, were staying at an Airbnb they were renting along with Marshall's friend, Cortez Hall of New Orleans. Their families told NBC News and NBC affiliate Wavy the group had traveled to Mexico City for Dia de los Muertos, a holiday celebrated throughout the country on November 1st and 2nd, their relatives said. Florence had been on a phone call with her boyfriend on October the 30th when she told him she started feeling sick. According to Wavy, the call dropped suddenly and he was unable to reach her. So he contacted the Airbnb host and asked them to check on the group. Wavy reported. When authorities arrived at the residence, Florence, Marshall, and Hall were dead. Wavy reported an official cause of death is still under investigation. According to NBC News, the Mexico City Attorney General's office did not immediately respond to a request for comment from NBC News. The State Department confirmed the death of 3 U.S. citizens in Mexico in a statement to Today. We continue to monitor the Mexican authorities' investigation into the deaths of 3 U.S. citizens and await public announcement of their official findings. A State Department spokesperson said, "We continue to provide all appropriate counselor assistance to the families. Out of respect for privacy of the families, we have nothing further to add at this time." Jennifer Marshall, Jordan Marshall's mother, told NBC News the lack of response from the U.S. Embassy has been pretty disheartening. It's just very disheartening that we've had to piece together as to the demise of our son based on social media reports, based on investigative journalists. But this is where we are at this point, she said. She said her son was a 12th grade English teacher at Rosenwald Collegiate High School in New Orleans and that he loved to travel. In his short 28 years, we can draw comfort from the fact he did travel and he did live a very, very full life, she said. She added that as a parent, she worried about him traveling, but he usually traveled with groups of friends. And she would tell him to stay together and stay vigilant. But we never tried to deter our son from living his best life and experiencing other cultures, she continued. He loved history. He loved to learn about the cuisine and culture and the people of other places. So I never wanted him to live in fear and not experience life because of things that could happen. Hall was a 7th grade history teacher at Kip Memorial School in New Orleans. His mother told NBC affiliate WDSW. Florence has started a candle company called Glow Through It in 2018 and would have turned 29 on November 9th. Her mother, Frida Florence, told Wavy. Airbnb said it had removed the listing and canceled all upcoming reservations at the residence the trio had rented as it investigates the incident. This is a terrible tragedy, and our thoughts are with the families and loved ones as they grieve such an unimaginable loss. An Airbnb spokesperson said in a statement to Today, our priority right now is supporting those impacted as authorities investigate what happened, and we stand ready to assist with their inquiries however we can. Wavy reported the bodies of Florence, Marshall, Hall, and Hall are expected to be flown back into the U.S. in the next few days. Oh, that's deep. You're thinking that you're about to go across seas, go across the waters and have a funky good time, and your body is expired.
The world is crazy. Do you happen to remember there was a string of carbon monoxide deaths, I believe, in 2017, 2018 in Dominican Republic, where people were in, they weren't, I don't believe, Airbnbs, but like resorts and hotels, and whole families were dying.
Now, you know what? I don't remember that, but I do remember in the Dominican Republic where, people from the US was going over there and I guess their drinks were contaminated.
Yes, that was happening around the same time. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense then. That makes a lot of sense. And it's
is carbon monoxide the new alcohol poisoning? No one's going to suspect that, just as long as you don't break someone's neck and crack their spine.
Mm.
But if you don't mind, just to circle back to Brittany Griner really quick.
Yeah,
So
let's
you were
do it.
talking about, even though she had a script for it here in the States, it was illegal in, Russia. But not always the history nerd. But I specifically remember the 2016 Olympics in Rio. And it was the swimmer, Ryan Lochte, who was cutting up at the gas station and everything. And he was arrested, and the U.S. got involved to bring him home. Of course, he's a star athlete. He's a celebrity. Same for Brittany Griner as well. But this was also during a heightened event with it being the Olympics. And Rio charged him with reporting a false crime. And he actually had those charges. Well, he didn't have, but the charges were actually dropped last year. So it took a 5-year span to settle this. But as I mentioned, regardless of what happened, both of these athletes did something that they shouldn't have on foreign land. But it seems there was more help for Ryan than it was for Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that Ms. Robinson isn't deserving of any type of, diplomatic interaction. I just wish we all understood that we may not get the result that we want, and possibly try to focus those energy and making sure that the family heals, right? Because it's just like, well, we just need to send them back. I'm like, how? Why? It's up to that country to come get them. It's up to us to extradite them if there's an order for it. But it's just, I don't know. I'm 42 years old, and I was talking to a friend of mine last night. She's 40, not that much of an elder to her, but we were discussing how our 25 is not today's 25. We were also talking about the frontal lobes of the kids, as I like to call them. It's not developed. There's still impulse. The executive function isn't there. What is the guy that did the video talking about it wasn't me, I wasn't there, I came the next day?
Yeah, not.
It just seems it just seems like that was such a self-serving piece of evidence to put out there for people who didn't even ask for it. Why are you trying to prove our innocence to us? We don't even know you.
Exactly.
You seem to be more concerned that you didn't get to go on the ATV and turn up. People grieve in different ways.
Or even experience the sheriff. Remember?
Yeah, I'm like I said, people think, you need to be boo-hooing, snot coming from your nose and tears, drowning in them. I'm like, I believe everyone involved, everyone who witnessed, are very, very scared, and they are in shock. Regardless if it's almost like insanity how people have that as a defense, although it's not really successful, but I'm pleading temporary insanity. I didn't know what I was doing while I was doing it, but now that I've come to, if I were in my right mind, I would have never have done that, right? And it's not to say that these girls didn't know what they were doing. To me, in the short clip I saw, they knew what was up. Like, there was a strong intent there. However, I still think there is shock there and panic, because now everyone knows. Everyone knows that there is a lie, and also there's a mole in the group. Somebody is slowly leaking information out to where, are we being punked? My goodness, this is a Hollywood movie. an interactive Hollywood movie playing out before our very eyes.
You know what? I'm so grateful that there is a leak, because that just lets us know that she's eating them up. They can't sleep. When they look in the mirror, they think they're seeing her. I mean,
Pressure from beyond the grave that she ain't even been put in yet.
exactly. And she's causing a lot of pressure. Just that pressure that they put on her. Now they feeling that same pressure, just 100 times worse. Because now you got the FBI on your rear. You know what I'm saying, sis? But
yes, and just think about that. Like, what other dirt? And we're not trying to say, that they are a gang of killers out here, but what other stuff have you done that no one has known about that you might be ready to get caught up in? You're probably going to get your family members in trouble for something that nobody else should have known. Just say somebody's daddy allegedly is a cocaine dealer and they had a good little side hustle going on, worked a good job, but sold some rocks on the side, and now all of a sudden, now they're all up in my business. You're going to be a pariah. Nobody's going to want to have anything to do with you. They don't want heat.
Oh, no. Because listen here, and this is the thing.
You could be living a good life, be an upstanding citizen. Get away from me.
Yeah.
I love you in private, but get away from me. Don't come over here. Thanksgiving is canceled, Christmas too, New Year's, and I'm looking really hard at Easter. Stay away from me.
Yes. Yes. I mean, that nobody should be supporting these animals right now. And Navir, I guess he was up in Buffalo, New York. Y'all was
yes, that's what I was asking. What in the chat? What's going on? Because I was like, oh, I thought this was a Charlotte situation. I bet people can't move around, and
that's where you had come in. Okay, so pretty much we was on his Facebook, and he was up in New York, in Buffalo, New York, asking about some smoke. Who got some tree in New York? So, but you live in Charlotte. Why are you up in New York? Get back to Charlotte.
This is On the Run 3. No Jay-Z and Beyonce, On the Run 3. Let me ask you this. Who is appearing at the funeral tomorrow?
Oh, you know what?
Is this going to be a takeoff Prince family situation? Do we show up? Do we send a representative?
That's a good question.
What do we do?
And
are we going to send a peace lily, some chicken wings? What are we doing?
Exactly. You know what? It's definitely. Would you mind getting my computer charger from out of there? Oh, my computer charger. It's in the. Oh, it's right there. Would you give it to me, please? Sorry about that. But no, I totally agree. You know what? At this point, I wouldn't want any of them filthy rats around. And I know the sister is not gonna let that happen. This.
Did you have an opportunity to listen to the father his interview?
Yes, I did.
I believe he made some comment that he had not heard from others' families. But as I just mentioned, that puts them in a terrible position. Like I said, I will love you in private. Don't come around me. They may not know how to reach out.
No, just a common, decent human being. I'm calling you. I don't know what's going on. I heard the news. I want to give you my condolences. Any way that I can help, I'm here for you. That's what it should have
That's too
been.
much like right. That is too much like right. But they may be panicking as they're slow ass kids. Like, I don't know what to do. There's a total lack of decorum in all of this. I mean, it's not like you're raised and there is a guidebook on how to reach out to another family when my child may or may not have been a ringleader, or complicit, or possibly the murderer. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Wow. I mean, you better say something, or your block is about to be lit up, sis. That's what's going to happen. Listen here,
like, how am I collateral damage because my child went on vacation and the turn up went totally wrong?
Well, listen, they're going to have to question you because they're going to want to know when he come back, where did he go? And when he had come back, wherever he went, they're going to want to know what happened. What was the interaction? What goes on? What information do you know? They're going to try to pry anybody.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say they're going to try to pry anybody or talk to anybody that they were associated with. Because as you can see, you said that there was a mole. Information is being leaked, right?
Right.
So let's talk to everybody so we can see what everybody know. And they take that information and then they go and discuss, okay, well, such and such said this. Okay, well, potential here. Their stories aren't corroborating. Okay, but then you do a tougher investigation.
Going back to them lying to the mother's face, they have to be lying to their family. They have to be lying to their family. They have to be lying to their friends. There's too many of them involved to keep the story straight. This story has scoliosis. Like, this does not make any sense. Like, Mama, I didn't do it. She did it. He did it. Mama, I wasn't even there. I was in the lobby. I wasn't even up there. No, that wasn't me. That was somebody that kind of looked like me. Because I'm everyone would want to protect their child, right or wrong. There are very few parents that'll usher their child down to the precinct. But I mean, I say child, and I'm calling them kids, but I know everybody thinks just because you're 18, you're legal, you're grown, you are an adult.
Nope, you still
in
a
a
kid.
sense, they are adults.
Yeah, but in your mother's eyes, you're always gonna be her kid. You're always gonna be her mama's baby.
You're always the baby.
She's not mama's
gonna,
baby.
Usher you down there, down and turn you in. But I would think that they are lying to their parents or whoever raised them. Probably lying to them too. And then they think they are so smart. I think I'm. It's like a gag book, but it's a book, and it's like, how do you get away with murder? And it's like one page, and it's like, tell no one. That means there's no witnesses.
Well, how do you feel about this?
Annalise didn't let us onto that, but I'm just saying, like, you have so many other people in the room that there's the truth, and then it's their version. It's their version of the truth. And I don't mean to skip around with so many examples, but this happened recently. And these were true kids. I don't think anyone was over the age of 16. I think it was like 2 boys and maybe 2 girls. They had beaten an old man at like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning at a bus stop. And it was almost like a mob mentality. You hit him, we hit him, and then the girl just picked up like a traffic cone, threw him at him, and then he died.
Oh, no.
There was one girl. I cannot remember where that happened, but there was one girl that was trying to tell them to stop. But it was almost like if she continued to tell them, "Hey, you are doing wrong," were they gonna turn on her? right? Because this was also being recorded on a phone, but they got most of the footage from like security cam because this happened on a sidewalk, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking with that happening in the culture that we had with meta messaging and, we used to be do it for the Vine and now it's for the gram, how he was so quick to put out his video testimony of innocence. I wonder if they were fighting for whatever reason, but when the phone came out, if they went a little, and no pun intended, if they just went a little bit too hard on the girl and not realizing like, hey, this is not, WWE. We're not really like that. That's fake in the first place, but doing all these type of wrestling moves and stuff and grabbing and not really knowing, like, you are really messing this girl up. You are really hurting her. And then it was just a panic. You follow?
Right.
Because I hear that people are like, oh, they intentionally went. Who is spending all of that money to go to Mexico? If they wanted to hurt her, they could have done it here and for free. Come on, like, you are going to go out of the country. If they were that smart to plan a murder to go to Mexico because they knew that they could weave and not get caught, and when they were caught, sorry for you all, I'm already back, in North Carolina. That doesn't really make sense to me, because on the back end, they're not making sense now. They're not that bright if that were the case.
Well, see, look at it like this. I was saying it was a hit. They were just they were just the crash dummies that pulled the hit off, but it didn't pull off in the way that it was supposed to go.
Why do you think it was a hit?
I think it was a hit because like I said, I had pulled up some receipts here. Let me pull them up. So you have the PPP loan, right? And you have Shanquella Robinson, right? I'm believing that she it's got something to do with money, I'm assuming. Cause Khalil was on the PPP. He got him a PPP. So I'm wondering, did he owe her money and they like, oh, you got it, and they probably didn't want to pay her back. Oh my God. Let's see. There are 2 PPP loans for a total of 41,000.
But it shows forgiven, so that's not money owed.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's money within them. Maybe that they have like a little deal going on, or I'm thinking that it was her business and old boy wanted to be put on to her business, and she had that vibe like, no, this dude might just try to scam me out my money. Like they took her credit card or her bank card and made that purchase to get back here. So when you say you used her card just so frequently, just so freely. What else did you spend it on? What else money was spent? Because she can't call and report the card or anything like that. She's not here to say anything.
Parent, as close as they are, they probably don't even know where the girl banks. They probably don't even know what is missing to cancel, stop payment, or freeze. And they would probably need, a court order to do that. And some financial institutions don't even recognize power of attorneys, but I digress. These kids are dirty. That's like with you remember with Kenneka Jenkins up in Chicago in the freezer, and her so-called friends are riding around in her car.
In her mama's car. Yeah, I just showed that one
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
I just showed it tonight because I kind of feel like these people somewhat watched Kenneka Jenkins situation and then they wanted to make a mockery of it. Like this is the replay or this is the remake.
This is a blueprint for
This the
unsolved
remake.
crimes. And we use the word friend so loosely. From what I understand is that Khalil invited her on the trip. So she may have been, familiar with those girls, but those weren't her friends. It's like friends of friends. Saying, these aren't your real friends. Like, I call people my friends because it's just real quick in conversation.
Yeah.
Just so much easier. Oh, this is my colleague. This is my acquaintance. This is my associate. Oh, this is my friend so-and-so.
Yeah.
Right? So, but I'm like, you don't really have to know people like that to travel. But if this is your bestie of more than 5 years, as everyone keeps claiming, I'm going off the strength of my homeboy.
Yeah.
If he's invited me on the trip, and even if I'm a who's I'll be there kind of girl, they're coming. Well, if I'm cool with you and they're cool with you, then maybe we should all be cool, right?
Yeah.
So because I trust you,
I'm going to be vulnerable and come on the trip.
Right. So, okay, I can let my guard down a little bit. We're just trying to live our best lives and stuff. And I'm, and people look at others like social media pages and see they've been jet setting and the trips and stuff. Oh yeah, I've seen her. She's been over here. She knows what it is. She has a passport. Let's go. But, we have all these birthdays to celebrate. Let's go. Right. We've been in the house for a minute. Let's get out and play. Right.
Right.
But I'm curious about the autopsy. I know that some YouTubers have shown like screenshots of it, but not like looking at a PDF document and like scrolling through the pages.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are running with the mother saying like she didn't die of alcohol. I'm sure she meant alcohol poisoning, but there's that
toxicology
misconception report that she didn't have any. There's a misconception that she didn't have any alcohol in her system. But I was curious, were they doing drugs? Possibly, allegedly.
They can all get that for the Lolo there.
I was like, did they just roofie this girl? Because it's one thing to be passive and not want to fight back. But I said, this girl doesn't look drunk. She looks like she just woke up from an induced coma. Like, she got toppled over and, like, was, like, barely putting her hands over her head.
Yeah.
Having her legs spread eagle. Like, she was a human rag doll. And I'm like, what kind of drunk is that? What kind of alcohol poisoning is that? I'm like, I'm not saying that they did it, but I'm like,
let's be clear. A drunk has a walk. The drunk walk, right?
Yes.
A drunk has a reaction. Get away. Throw a hand. Or they're mouthing. That was none of that. None of that.
She only said a few words, and they weren't even like slurred, but it was just like, no. I remember hearing that because I don't need to see the video. I don't even want to see stills of it. Like, I saw it the one or two times because the second time, how some people have a short clip and it's like on a loop, keeps going. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wait. She's naked. I thought it was just like bad lighting or something. I'm like, she's naked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the parent is going to say, "I know my child. She would never." And it's no shade to the lady, but it's just like, did you know that your daughter would go on trips and like be hollering for people to hurry up and get naked to go do whatever it is that they do? We all live a different life outside of our parents' and family's eyes. Okay. So what else was, and I'm not trying to imply that she was doing anything illegal, ingesting any type of substance or what have you. I'm just saying, people do things where everywhere is Vegas. Wherever it is, Vegas is, and they're doing it, how they say what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah. It was probably one of those type of vacations, right? Yeah. And so I just recently today saw the clip of, I think maybe from what I understood, it was like a friend circles or close friends, type of clip. I don't know where it came from, but it's out there. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because I was thinking maybe she had on like a string bikini or something, right? We're about to go lay out or whatever by the pool. And when they got to scrapping, it just got pulled off. And that's why they were naked. So now I'm like, did they get her out of the shower? But if they got her out of the shower and she seems to be drugged to me and all kinds of extra loopy, then how would she be able to take a shower?
Exactly. And she wasn't wet.
I'm like, and I mean, not that I could tell, but I'm just trying to think logically about an entirely illogical situation, right? But I'm like, okay, now that the video is out, everybody was trying to get naked and they weren't getting naked fast enough for you. Okay, got it.
Right.
But now, I don't really know the time of day. There's no timestamps and stuff, but we know that this is less than 24 hours. The one dude that put out his innocence video, his name is escaping me. He doesn't appear to be a reliable historian. Yeah, he can't even really get his time zones together. Right. Thank you. So I can't really go off without what he says, regardless if he's showing boarding passes or what have you. But I'm just not understanding why she is naked and incoherent somewhat. But early, I don't know. I can't even coherently piece my thoughts together because I'm at a loss. I'm not understanding.
It doesn't make sense. I don't think that we are just tripping. It doesn't make sense. I've been roofied before, and I don't remember going out, but I remember waking up. I don't remember going out. Maybe she was in the phase of it had, allegedly, if anything was in her, it was kicking in. But then she was taking blows, and they are saying that she fought all three of the girls. All three of the girls fought her. Alyssa, Winter, and Dejanay. Yeah, Alyssa, Winter, and Dejanay.
I don't know why. I was just thinking there were just Dejanay and Winter. I saw 3 pictures of 3 guys and 2 girls, and then it would be her, but I don't know how I missed out on the 3rd.
No, I got it on the screen. It's it's Alyssa that's in like this brownish, I think it's brownish or reddish, and then Winter, of course you know who she is in the pink, and then old girl that got that criminal smile.
Okay. Interesting here. But yeah, she held her on for as long as she could.
I know. I don't know.
Then
it's a lot.
Everything is a huge possibility at this point, right? But it could. I'm thinking we had that the first clip that we've had. I think that may be out of sequence. I don't think because clearly we do not know what happened before. We do not know what happened after. but I don't think that clip that we have is like the beat, like the beginning of it. Like they just got the scrap and let me pull my phone out.
Mhm. It was more damage done. We don't have the rest of the damage.
Yes, and I hear the chatter about the second clip that I guess that has not made it to the internet yet. Is Winter and her WWE wrestling move essentially breaking her neck.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's a possibility Winter could have done this before we saw this with Dejanay. I mean,
I
a
don't
broken
think so.
neck does not instantly instantly kill you. I mean, it can. I'm like you know, but that could have like disengaged her completely to where she wasn't able to, you know, let's just say Winter did her damage before the clip. Say Winter started in first and she still had her hands around the neck and, you know, body slammed her and stuff. So it's not like a broken neck is like snapping like a piece of asparagus or something. Like, she could have damaged, but over time continue to be beaten on, broken neck, you know, things to the sternum, damage to the spine. But it's just, you know, it's just hard to tell because of, you know, because of the lighting, things of that nature. Yeah. Some other video clips are dark, and then we have it, you know, pretty much in front of, I guess, like a window or a sliding patio door or something like that. It's just I don't have any concept of what type of time they were really on down there.
I want to know where's her phone.
Probably, just like I said, they don't know, like, just like they didn't know their daughter was running around naked on vacation, like, they don't know where she banks. They don't even know what's missing. And I was just like, oh, you brought her luggage home. She wants some high-end stuff. And even if they were knockoffs, they were the good knockoffs to look like the high-end stuff.
Yeah.
What did they take out of that girl's luggage? What if they didn't, I mean, what if they stopped at like Walmart on the way back from the airport to the mama's house and just put a couple of outfits in there?
Exactly.
They're not thinking about, girl, she would never wear this. We're worried about, why is my baby dead? Why is my sister gone? They're not about to rifle through her things. I'm thinking about who has been over to her apartment. Like, if you've got her card, you've got her luggage, where are her keys? Did they go and possibly, like, loot her place first? Or maybe ransack the place while you're at the mama's house, because we know we've got them subdued with grief and heartache and disbelief.
Or peep this out.
It's like you can't put anything past them at this point.
But peep this out. Do you think that somebody to order her to get her out of town just to hit her up, just to hit her while she was gone out of town?
I wouldn't know about that. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I haven't gotten any
like a lick. Like, okay, so y'all take her out of town and it was a staged robbery. Like her place got robbed. I don't know if her place got robbed because, you know, nothing's really come out. But if she's...
I follow you. I just don't understand why you would have to go to Mexico. Like, y'all couldn't go to Asheville. Like, I don't understand why you would have to leave the country to kill someone if you wanted them gone. You can put a hit out on anybody anywhere.
How they wanted it to go was to make it look like a freak accident or something like that and be wrote off. The reason,
but if it was a freak, but to me, listen, like, see, I did not mean to interrupt and be like,
oh, no.
But
listen,
I mean, like,
we're supposed to
like,
get in there.
I'm sorry. No. Like, listen, like, I meant, like, listen to this. So if you're saying it was a hit, so it's not like they're doing this for the free. They're most of the time, money is involved, right? Or it could have been like, you owe me one. But let's just say that they were someone was paid to get her out of the country to murder her and come back. It seems like a lot of times, it seems like on the movies and crime shows I watch, people want a little bit of a deposit up front. And if you want me to go to Mexico, I'm trying to get flued out to kill, like, you're going to have to pay for that. It seems like they would have had the money to fly back early, and instead of like insult to injury and using their card. Are you following me? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's not like this is like an all expenses paid murder, but it
pretty much is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It just
seems like why would you even need to use her card? And I know, like, girl, I know I gotta pay for this murder. Ain't nobody gonna know I used her card. Man, I get that too. But seriously,
but that's a crime. Sis, that is a crime. You didn't use somebody's banking information and you know they was expired. And see, it didn't happen here.
At this point, they have more access to her finances and property than her actual family does. Because I said they we actually saw the video, ma'am. We know she's no longer with us, but per policy, we're gonna need some court documents. Like, we can put a hold on it. We can pull a Wendy Williams. Shout out to Wells Fargo. We can put a hold on it. But what if they just what if they just wanted to empty their daughter's accounts? Like, I'm not trying to make you finance you shipping your own body back from Mexico to the United States, but girl, you knew we didn't have it. Because now there's a GoFundMe, like, hey, this was an unexpected expense, and now we need more money to finance the justice. Like, they needed that, but y'all done spent it for extra check-in bags and a quicker flight home. Like, there's no telling what has been lost from this poor girl.
Right. You make really good points. Wow.
I appreciate that. But I mean, like I said, my brain is in a different place. And like I said, every life is precious, but she's gone now. No sleuthing that we can do can change that. Let's think about ways that we can get them going forward. Using that card and that body is expired, deceased, that's a crime.
Because everybody that got a ticket.
Let's see if they use Let's see if they use that card in the United States. I'm sure somebody was, since the FBI is involved, and everyone acts like, the FBI is a savior when they have conspired to take out so many black leaders. But hey, it's whenever we want to be on their team. But I'm saying I'm sure that is being tracked. But just let's try to focus some energy on like what they get them for jaywalking at this point. Anything that will stick.
Absolutely.
Just like with OJ, we couldn't get you for that, but we definitely getting you on this.
And they sure took
and as I mentioned earlier, even if we are looking at a civil suit, she seemed to be the only one popping and successful, putting all of the other, suspects' lifetimes together. They may not have the means and the resources, so yeah, I have a civil judgment against you that you owe me $50 million and you'll have to work your rest of your life at McDonald's trying to pay me back. I mean, they're young. How much could they really have?
Right.
You can never put a price on life, but it helps.
Well, guess what? When they get arrested, and whoever goes down there and put their name on, put some property up, that's who we're coming for. You see what I'm saying?
Like their parents or something.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying if I put my home up to get one of these miscreants out, that you feel like the family would go after my home because I use that for the collateral to release
There's
them. I'm not sure
listen
how
here.
that would.
There's some
I'm not
equity.
sure how that would like jump over. I'm sorry. I'm not sure how that would affect me just because I'm trying to bond someone out using my property.
No, I'm coming after anybody that has any type of money. Any type of money. You put up money for him.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. You're signing, you're co-signing.
But I was no. Yeah, I understand that. I was just using myself as an example.
Yeah.
But like they could have a friend. I mean, they could have a friend do it, and I'm not even gonna get on this wild tangent about, regardless of your age, why don't we have life and or burial insurance? But everyone loves a GoFundMe for any type of cause. So I see that, that's going around for the family, and rightly so. But now, if I'm innocent, still cash at me a couple of dollars because legal fees are real, y'all. Like, I'm not understanding that.
So you're trying to figure out why was there's a GoFundMe, there's thousands of dollars in there now. Are you? That's
no, for the family, for the deceased. I understand, right? Because they said, within the description, basically we may have had it at the time, but we've kind of exhausted ourselves just getting her home. We have a funeral, but we're looking at the long road ahead, and this is going to be expensive for us because we are going to have to do this investigation on our very own with little help, and we're probably going to have to be paying experts to get second opinions. We're going to need translators. We don't speak Spanish. We don't have Lee Merritt hitting us up. Ben Crump is nowhere to be found. So since we don't have anybody to sue civilly, like we don't even have a city or a municipality to sue civilly to get some coin, nobody is really hollering at us right now for pro bono services. You see what I'm saying? So I get why they're going to need money. But for the suspects, you're throwing up Cash App?
I feel like once some arrests start popping, then that's when we're gonna see like people coming out to help. And I could be wrong.
Who do you think is going to talk first, or who do you think is already talking? Which one do you think it will be?
I feel like Navarre, dude that was trying to displace himself.
How good could his intel be? Because he's already put it out there that I wasn't there. So that doesn't necessarily mean he's innocent, but it's like you're a non-factor at this point. I can't even come to you to try to rebut any statements I've heard or any statements given, right? Because you already said that you weren't there. We might get you for some things afterwards, like possibly desecrating a corpse or whatever. But like right now, he's not innocent, but we're going to like take him out. But who next do you think would be able to talk?
That would be able to talk.
Who do you think should talk first?
I think, let's see. Malik. I think Malik should talk. It's either who's gonna talk next. I think it's either out of Malik or Khalil.
Really? I was thinking Dejanay should be talking. She should be spending the night at a police precinct at this point because we have you on footage. Everybody's talking about, as a man, you should have stepped in. All right, Malik, we get it. Okay,
but peep this out.
It's not a good look that you stood there looking. But I'm on a clip beating the brakes off this girl that's dead. And so I'm trying to say, yeah, I was beating the brakes off of her, but I did not kill her. Yes, my injuries probably contributed to the demise of this poor young woman. However, I didn't give her the fatal blow. To me, it seems like that she should be talking. She should be talking. She should be singing. She should be given the hottest 16 of her life.
Exactly.
Those are the type of bars that she needs to be given to mitigate the amount of time behind bars she's about to spend. That she needs to be talking. And don't be doing no cryptic social media linking footages through people of other people. You don't have to talk to YouTube. You don't have to talk to the Associated Press. Talk to the law enforcement professionals and let have.
That's true.
That's who I think should be talking.
This
Period. They all need
Dejanay,
to be talking.
yeah, this Dejanay, just looking at her, she just, wow, she just, there's just something evil about her. But you know what? When that fight was going on, it was some male with a beard that was standing right next. That's why I said it has to be either Malik or Khalil that's going to speak.
Khalil is just as dirty as if he smacked her in the face. The way he did the family. It's like you may as well have been in there tag teaming and beating the brakes off of her. Like, I think he may be not the last to speak, but he has to salvage somewhat of his internet reputation because it is slandered at the moment. Like, we can't believe you if you tell us it's daylight and the sun is shining bright. I can't take your word for it, Khalil.
Now, peep this out. Alyssa feels like she's kind of cool because no videos have surfaced about her. But Winter, there is word that there's a video and her actually putting her hand around the neck and doing her WWE.
That's what I heard of too. Yes.
I mean, she did the 1-2 like it was SmackDown. Like, I mean, they were all watching. That's why I said they was all watching like they were watching WWE.
But I mean, isn't this like the world star hip hop culture they were bred in? It's like just to humiliate. Let's just upload this later on. It'll go viral. Like I said, I don't think it. I get your theory about a hit, but I just don't think it was the intent to kill. I don't think that was just meant to happen. It was just it went too far.
Somebody said
that she was being ganged. Like it just went too far.
Right. So Tracy says, I think the person recording would talk first.
Excuse me?
Tracy in the comments, she says, I think the person recording would talk first. So the person recording the video, she said that she believed they would talk first.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So whoever was holding that, because wherever that video had come from, the FBI want to talk to that person.
So when you were saying with Alyssa, like scot-free, I'm not on the video, but we know video has, like, security cam footage has, disappeared because with Kenneka Jenkins, that video definitely looks chopped and screwed.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be able to place her there. So if you were not in this room, where were you? Because we need to go check that out.
Exactly.
Oh, we checked that out. They couldn't find you. Where else could you have been? And even though everyone is a liar, it seems, we got 4 or 5 other liars that are telling us that you were there. We're going to believe them this time. So where were you?
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing? What knowledge did you have? Because like I said, like, get away with murder, you tell no one. You have way too many witnesses. Absolutely. And their stories aren't straight.
And
nobody is.
Oh, go ahead, sis.
I'm no. You have too many witnesses. They're trying to be on one accord and lie with the alcohol poisoning, but that's like, oh, I saw this man running down the street and this man doesn't have any legs. Like, come on now. So you're still trying to go with the alcohol. You're still trying to go with the alcohol poisoning. So, you know, kudos to y'all for trying to keep it together. But it's not panning out. So we have a mole, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the mole could be, I think you and I are both assuming her phone is missing because I don't think her phone was in that luggage, right?
Exactly.
So let's assume her phone is missing, and our mole is the one that is like slowly, you know, leaking stuff out. Who's to say there wasn't someone else recording this going on with her phone? It would be stupid to put evidence on there like that, but it's stupid to have evidence in the first place. But who's to say there's not something incriminating like on her phone? Because we're about to steal everything from her anyway.
Well, there's a video
that's very outlandish and kind of weak now that I've said that aloud. But like, what if somebody is just leaking stuff instead of going and talking to the appropriate law enforcement officials and authorities? Because like I said, this is, you know, World Star, and let me just put it out there because it's just like a very, very slow and inappropriate, hurtful burn that we just can't get the whole clip, and then we chop and screw it, and then we're able to make a little bit of sense. But that's just, you know, that's just too much like right. But that's why I asked you, in your opinion, who do you think the mole is? But the mole isn't necessarily the one that's going to talk first. I wonder, like,
I feel like Dejanay is. I feel like Dejanay is the mole. To a certain, no. I don't think
the guiltiest because she does look the guiltiest at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's on the video.
Mm-hmm. So listen, it's like, you know, either y'all better tell that y'all hear her, and Dejanay is saying like I did her first, or I had my round earlier.
That's what I said. Hey, I smacked her when we got off. As soon as we got off the plane, okay. What happened after that? I wasn't in it. I was actually contemplating. You know what? Maybe I went a little bit too hard, and maybe I should apologize, and we'd be right as rain. Like, she needs to be coming up with some type of rebuttal. Mm-hmm. But it's just like I said, she looks the guiltiest because she's in the clip. But Khalil, kind of demon are you? You went to the mama's house and you took both of them there.
And that's why I said
I guess y'all were under the guise that the clip would never come out. Like, y'all look really, really stupid.
But so smart at the same time. Because y'all said, oh, y'all need help. Y'all need help solving a puzzle here. We'll help you. Look, they was a part of the act.
So you do know, like with most murders and kidnappings and trying to find the body, the culprit is a part of the search party.
Oh yeah.
And how he stopped coming around when the autopsy came to be.
Mm-hmm. And then what blew my panties up in my ass was he played that Kelly Price song, "She Was a Friend of Mine. She slept with my man." Oh, wow. So she didn't sleep with your man, so you had to do it like this?
I wonder who his man was. I wonder if his man was on the trip.
Oh yeah, his man was there.
I wonder if his man is one of the other two males, because that's what I was thinking.
Listen, Navir gives me like a trade. Like he goes both ways.
Hell yeah, he called him a faggot.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, little murder.
Exactly. Yeah, he got that. He trying to fight that image too much. Now, what's his name? Khalil. Yeah, he looks like a little sweet tart, you know. And then Malik, you know, he gives me like this little soft twink bottom. Like he take it up his butt.
For some reason, I understood that Khalil was gay.
Yeah, he definitely, he's very out there. He wanted to be he wanted to be the next
excuse me, I thought it was out there that he was gay. Maybe I heard it on someone else's video and just ran with it. I thought he was gay, and this is my gay bestie, because a lot of people are like, why is Nazir gone on this trip with like all these other gay dudes, but nobody implied that Malik was gay. And then also, I think at some point early on, I heard that Nazir was supposed to be her bae, possibly. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's not really making sense, because why would she be invited on a trip when I think they were celebrating 3 birthdays, right? So sometimes these theories, like, we can kind of, you know, throw them out as soon as they leave the lips. Like, no, that ain't it.
Right.
But I was thinking maybe there was some little down low going on with Khalil and Nazir. Because, like, why would you call him a faggot when he was a faggot the whole 24 hours y'all were there? If you feel that strongly to call him a faggot, why are you vacationing with a faggot?
Exactly.
So if you're so quick to, like, to me, that is very, like, homophobic to me.
But you were just sitting, like, and you was partying and dancing with him in his face. That's fake.
Right. But it's like, because it's like, it goes along with his character. You're so quick to let us know that you weren't there, and you are equally as quick to let us know that that's a faggot. Like, I don't do no, like, nobody asked you, sir.
Right.
I sure as hell didn't assume until you said it. So thank you. Quit digging holes that don't need to be dug.
He can't. He like to scrub the ground, love. He likes
to. Because it's like you are giving us unsolicited information, and it's not really helping you. It's like you can't even be a narcissist correctly. That's what's disappointing to me.
You know what?
They're only 25.
What bothers me is y'all came back. Y'all have y'all got to see y'all family. You're over here. I just can't accept you getting up in somebody's mama's face. Oh my goodness. Like, you didn't got in my mama's face and told her this lie. And she's stressing, and you know, my mama crying. That's the last thing I want to see my mama do is cry. I'm gonna put the pause on somebody.
I know that. Thank you. So the sister was just like, if I would have known. Well, you know now. So what's up?
Right.
How are they able to walk around?
Ain't no way.
People have gotten their kneecaps busted for less.
Listen. Like I said, I will go and buy me a baseball bat. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think his name is Cain Velasquez. He's an MMA fighter. Somebody touched like one of his nieces or nephews, and like he's got an attempted murder charge, I believe, off the strength of what did you do? Right? We don't. It's like vigilante justice. It needs to make a comeback.
Absolutely.
It needs to make a comeback. How is this person able to get to Buffalo? How did he get on Frontier or Spirit to get up? Like, how is that possible?
How? Because listen, baby,
I would be like, hey,
I'm
ma'am,
camping outside
sir,
your
I know you didn't have
house.
anything to do with this.
I'm gonna be
That's what I'm saying. I know you didn't have nothing to do with this, but you better call them. I'm gonna be here every day.
exactly
I'm gonna be here every day.
out in the street,
And
the
if they're not
public,
here
the
by
public street.
tomorrow, some things are gonna happen. And this is not a threat. You can call the police if you want to. I want you to, because then they're gonna have to bring them around. Like, tell them to come see about me, because I'm trying to come see about them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want to talk to him, so we all can have the conversation. But it's
what type of hood witness protection are these people in? I don't understand it.
Why did y'all flee? Her funeral's tomorrow. Why aren't y'all in town? Y'all were friends, remember? It's your homegirl, remember? Where's that energy when y'all had hopped y'all ass on that plane to go there? Where's that energy? Girl.
I know Dejanay better not roll up in Winter. But Winter don't look like the type of girl that would pay her respects anyway.
Mm-hmm.
She does not.
Oh, yeah. AV says the hood don't support this. They up looking. Oh, yeah. People in a town is frustrated. People in North Carolina, North Kakalaki. Listen here. Now it's some gangsters down there. Okay. Like I done been to Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? I know what y'all give, but honey, I wasn't down there like that, honey, and I wasn't into the parties.
So that's good, AV. That's good. So you know how everyone was doxxed. So I heard like there was a grandmother and a grandson. They're like, hey, I've lived here for 2 years. Leave us alone. That type of thing. So I wonder if this is like everyone is suddenly friend, family, foe, whatever. Shit, they're collateral damage at this point. Like I said, who do you think is safe to go to the funeral? I would have been like, look, I know this is what Khalil said, but hey, this is what happened. Because the parents don't have to tell us everything that happened, right? Of course, investigators don't tell us everything that they know. That's how they get suspects to turn on each other. But we don't have to know all of those private conversations. But I wonder if the father's interview, hey, like, I need to say something. Like, I need to say something before this body is laid to rest and put into the ground. I need to say something, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna eat at me. But I would like to think at some point, because I did say to give them a little bit of a mitigating factor that they could still be in shock. Maybe they're coming to and like, hey, this is serious. This is not for play. This is serious. I am about to be in so much trouble for all of them, right? There's no telling like who's in the aisle, like how I said, like Mexico has to extradite you. They probably got, speaking of the hood, they probably got a hood attorney somewhere telling them like, we got you, you're safe, they can't do nothing to you. They don't have you on tape. They don't have you on video. Nobody saw you, that type of thing. But there's a mole. And so you said you think Dejanay is the mole?
Hold on, let me see. You know what? It gives me. I want to say Nazir. I don't know, girl. This right. Look, I'm looking at them right now.
Remember? You just irked me. I was just like, but remember, how can he be the mole when he was there a day late? And he's only going possibly, if he's telling the truth, though, he's getting all his stuff second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth hand at this point. Remember, I wasn't there. That's what I said. Like, we got to put him to the side. We gonna get you guilty on something.
I want to say Malik will, because Khalil has already gave the family a statement, correct?
Yeah, alcohol poisoning, and he took Winter and Dejanay to the home, and they were saying alcohol poisoning as well.
Okay, so it would
and
be.
I believe they ate some food.
Yeah, I would say Malik. I would say Malik
sounded kind of slow to me, so I wonder if he was high when he was like, "No, you ain't gonna fight back," or whatever he said. He could have been a little tipsy, a little buzzed, under the influence.
But I'm just saying, sis.
And maybe they didn't think, oh man, she is really going in on her. Maybe they didn't think the blows were that serious that she was going to succumb to them.
Listen, anytime you hear that punch or whatever that is that you're doing to that person in their head, your head, that's why they tell you don't go to sleep after you like hit your head or something.
Yeah, you're concussed.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But just to see her not fighting back, and what y'all were sitting there like it was okay, like it was funny, like this was, like I said, they were acting like they were at a WWE concert. They paid their money, they got their snacks, they got their drinks, and this is what we came here for.
But everything is a joke to them. Like, you are filming this girl naked. So I'm like, they are not taking this seriously. It's a joke. That's why I'm thinking, hey, we didn't know that she was about to die from all these multiple unretaliated blows to the head, neck, and back area. We didn't know we were gonna break her neck and
break her spine. Yeah.
Lift her lip, knot up her head. We just thought we were gonna rip her wig off, and
I want to see everybody's hands. I want to see everybody's hands, toes. I want to see it, because the kicking and all that. Let me see your hands. Let me see your bodies. Like everybody should have been. Everybody should have had pictures taken of them.
You act like you want a rape kit done. Like, I want to check under the nails for DNA evidence.
Yes, all of it, because I feel like it. Like, girl, I'm so frustrated over here, and I know she's gone, and I'm just, I really want to put my hands on them people, and Lord forgive me for that. This beautiful woman, beautiful brown skinned woman. This was a woman.
I think possibly in my lifetime, this is the first occurrence where an investigation has played out right before my very eyes in real time. You would have thought most of the time when anything black happens, and it be crime, it would be, a month after the fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, no, her funeral, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's tomorrow. And the only thing that happened that delayed this is a language barrier.
Mm-hmm. $6,000.
Because the father said in the interview, like, that I guess, I don't know if it was a medical professional or concierge or something, but she was like, I'm going to stay until we get her home, that type of thing. But he had made mention of forms being translated and stuff, right? So she might have been here a little sooner. I'm like, what is it, the NC beat? I know he had that exclusive interview with the father, but it's like, how did we even find out about this so soon?
Mm-hmm.
How, like, I mean, that's that's neither here nor there. But it's just like I'm just amazed that that we care so much, because I'm still trying to figure out what the hell happened to Lauren Smith Fields up in Connecticut. That got a little bit of play, and then we're not talking about that story anymore. And I don't know if you keep up with Charleston White and his shock jock ways, but he said about Takeoff, he was like, we're not even going to be talking about this by Christmas. And he was more accurate than he thought he could ever be, because we're not really, I mean, there's still people doing lives, doing little clips. It's making its rounds, but it's Robinson November. Robinson is probably going to take us through the rest of 2022. This one is not gonna
blow
just
away.
be like a 3-day news cycle, right?
Right.
Because this is an interactive movie or video game. Talk about the metaverse. Every one of us is a sleuth trying to crack this crime.
Yeah, we are. We sure are. But you know what, Charleston White, that guy, he like him.
He has the right messenger, like right message, wrong messenger type of vibe with me.
Yeah.
He hits on a lot of valid points, but he was not at all wrong with we won't be talking about this for too much longer.
Well, speaking of that, hell, have you been seeing the commercials? They just done skipped over Thanksgiving. We in Christmas.
I remember a few years ago. I live in the South. We started putting up Christmas stuff like before Halloween.
Oh wow!
And I don't even think, because it's the move toward, with woke culture, it's Indigenous Peoples Day. I really haven't even heard anything about Christmas. I have in my subdivision, it always blows me because we don't ever really get any snow like that. But you've got snow and reindeer all over. I mean, I get it. That's what people do. But I haven't even gotten any drunk mail about Black Friday this or anything, gotten any spam emails or whatever, even though Amazon is like laying off 10,000 people because everybody was all about retail during the pandemic, and now everybody's broke. And they don't have that money, right? And now I'll have to lay people off during the time for which I hired them for. Wow. If that ain't shitty, I don't know what is. But it's just absolutely wild. It's just absolutely wild. Absolutely wild.
I want to know.
I know. I was gonna say, I know a lot of people aren't political, and lots don't like to talk about, politics, especially for a state that they don't live in. I thought we would be talking about Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock. We would give a little play to that, because that runoff is coming soon, right?
Yeah.
But crime is where it's at. Not necessarily murder, just crime overall.
Yeah. That's really, it seems like that really, I don't know, just seemed like after the demic, and it's passing, it's like people done lost their mind. I mean, you're looking at stuff on TV like somebody beheaded.
We outside.
Yeah.
We outside. We have 2.5 years of foolery to make up for.
Oh, girl.
We out here.
Go back in. go somewhere, but it's
Luckily, I'm still inside. I've been working from home since March of 2020, and we're not projected to go back to our offices no time soon. And I'm okay with that because I'm still getting paid.
absolutely.
But it's just a lot. It's just a lot of pent up excitement and energy. Like, wow, we can. It's no longer like we're stuck. We're quarantined. We can go out, and we got to keep up with all the madness. We gotta keep on track with all of the foolishness in the world. Like the body count is low. It's time to add to it. Wait, we need to start laying people off. Okay, great. Eggs, they need to be damn near 12 a carton. Milk, $20 a gallon. Okay, check. Like,
I'm telling you.
The world is crazy.
Well, listen, did you hear about this story about that lady that had walked in front of a train with her 3-year-old daughter because she was like 3 months behind on her rent?
Yes, and she had just worked out a payment plan.
Yeah.
And I read something to the effect of, well, if they were paying attention, you know, security were paying attention on the platform more often, you know, then they would have been able to stop this. I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, that's a lot to think about.
That's crazy. And there was a story recently like that in the States, except it was a single father. He was behind on bills.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we supposed to say? Unalived himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like how you mentioned PPP, I'll just share that I work in that arena where those things are possible. And I had to listen on a daily basis, people calling in about, hey, my business is gonna go under, and you know, I need help with this, I need help with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were people out here obviously frauding the government, and in my mind, that's no different than selling food stamps and using social security numbers for dependents and kickbacks on taxes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there were a lot of scamming going on with this, and people not understanding that this is all public information. But you will always hear someone say, so-and-so got this and they didn't deserve it. So-and-so got it, they cheated, they're lying. But I need it, I deserve it, I work hard, I'm honest, and you don't give me any help. That makes people desperate and do crazy, unbelievable things.
You have a really big point there.
Crazy, unbelievable things. It's just, it's like a very serious time of desperation, but also no accountability. Did we not just have an administration the entire 4 years not be held accountable for anything?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to say that a head of state is anybody's role model. But if that's what you see and that's what you know in your country, that could trickle down to some 25-year-olds in Cabo, Mexico. I'm king and queen of the world. I can do what I want. Let's take it back to Kenneka when the mother was calling. Mm-hmm. Hey, what do you suggest I should do? I suggest you wait. Okay, of course. So she's 19, so she's a child to us, right?
Right.
But she's an adult. She's over 18. What I think some like jurisdictions, municipalities, what is it like? They need to be missing 48 hours, 72 hours. We just can't go off a mother's intuition. Something is wrong with my baby, right?
Right.
But it's like, I'm not going to jump for you because you said I need to jump, okay, I'm going to stick to what this policy says. I'm not going to do you a solid and think, you know what, you are making a little bit of sense. Something does not sound right. Let me just send a uniformed officer over there just to people.
Yeah.
Let me just, because we about to go to O Block anyway. So let me just, make another stop and see what's what. But it's just like there is no accountability for the simple fact why so many people were able to get away with PPP fraud. There are so many more people that got away with that than we know that were caught.
Oh, well, they're catching them. The FBI, I actually know somebody that's actually down right now. They getting them.
Yeah, that actually goes through OIG first, Office of Inspector General, which every federal branch has that for the most part. But a lot of people are being told on, because all you have to do is say, hey, Lindsay got a PPP loan and that girl don't even have a business. And if they want to look into it, they will. And you can leave your contact info, because they actually encourage you to tell who you are. So if they have any questions, they can holler back. But just as easy it was to steal, it's even easier to tell on someone. But I mean, there's no accountability, which takes me back to like how you said it's a hit, right? Why do you have to go to Mexico to do it?
Exactly.
I understand. At AV, I'm not sure if AV is Charlotte adjacent, but I totally get the comment about the streets we're watching. So it would make sense not to do it there. She's got too much support, too much backup.
Right.
It's hard to try to run away when the block is hot. So I could see like going to another state and maybe doing this, but why? And of course, as I already said, she trusts Khalil. I'm gonna go on this trip, and I don't really know them like that. But if they're cool with you, they're cool with me. But why even be that close?
And that's a good question.
It has to be done. Why do you?
Well,
why
Lindsay,
you gotta go through them? They could still be behind it, but
right, Lindsay. We got another call coming back in. You got some great talking points.
Great.
And I definitely want you to call back in. We've been on the phone for an hour and 38 minutes, girl. But listen.
Oh, I did not even know.
Listen.
We're talking like we're in the same room. Thank you so much.
Listen, time flies when you're having a good time. But you call back anytime we go live. Like I said, you made some very important points, very great points. And it gives us something to think about, So I definitely want to thank you for that. And you call back.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to listen to whoever's next. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, y'all, we got another call. Here, let me call them back. We just got another call, so hopefully they answer, because we need to talk. We need to talk.
Please leave your message for
9. Okay, here, I'm going to try to call you back. We want to give everybody a chance. Let me call you back, and if that don't work, then we'll let somebody else call in. Hi there, this is the Queen Tulsa Show. Did someone call in for us? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Say that one more time, love.
Yes, I was calling in about Shanquella Robinson.
Yes, ma'am. Come on. What you got to say? What's your name? Where you calling from?
All right. This is Honey with Honey Please Podcast, calling from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Well, welcome to the show, honey. Honey.
Okay. I will be recording my episode tonight on this, but I had to call in because as I was doing research, I saw your number, and I watched some of your segments.
Thank you.
So basically, I know for a fact that they planned that.
Now, how do you know
the
that?
guy whose birthday, well, because they have the video from the friend Nazir,
Mm-hmm.
and it was his birthday. Okay, he made it there a day late, and basically they was there a day before him. You could hear them talking on video. You know, you have to listen closely, but you can see the guy opening up the door for her. She's looking for them, thinking that they're her friends, and they're in the room talking about what they want to do. They got the girl slumped over in the toilet, you know, when the guy Nazir gets there, because he went and helped her out and laid her on the couch. So it's making it look like she had the alcohol poison, but she really was already dead, unconscious. Like, not dead, but unresponsive.
Mm-hmm.
So they already had that plan. They made it there before the birthday boy, which is weird. And maybe they was excited, but they didn't get to do anything because they just fought the girl. You know, all three on one. And then looking at the body size, you know, all three of them didn't have to do that. Somebody slamming her. She could have already had medical history with her back. Just plenty of things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just plenty of things plenty of research, plenty of reading, plenty of watching the video, plenty of me being just real all around the board and knowing how things work in the world. Leads me to believe that they're going down, and then the best friend Khalil is going to have a bad conscience, and he's going to snitch on them.
I think it's going to be Malik. I think it's going to be like Malik and... Oh, I don't know. Malik and somebody is going to... Oh, no. I kind of feel like Malik is going to snitch.
But just based off the fact that they've been friends for 5 years over all the other people, and I'm sure he spent more time at their house with her and the mom more than the other people, I think his conscience going to eat him up.
Well, let's just say this
is... I think the pressure going to be on, too, because he weak for even standing there watching that. So the pressure is going to be on.
Well, what do you think about this? He's the best friend, right? He didn't went back to her mama's house and told her there was no fight or anything like that. He was over there 24/7 like a tick on a dog, but as soon as that paperwork came out, he got the hell on. What you say about that?
Damn. Say the last part. The phone went out.
Okay, hold on. What did I say? No, what I said was, oh, what did I say? And I ain't even smoking. Did I say that out loud? My mind is over here. No, I said that he was over there sitting up in that woman's mama's face, telling her nothing had went on.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
You know, oh, where was I at? But no, damn, what did I say? Girl, I'm gonna let you have that conversation. Girl, go ahead and and if it come back to me, I'ma say it.
He even bought the girl's luggage back, but I'm not gonna tell you too much juicy details. You know, if you want to listen, you can tune in to my podcast on Spotify and Apple.
All right then, girl. We're gonna have to get you on the show and get an interview.
Yeah, maybe I can do the same on mine because I do have a sponsor, so you know it works both ways.
That part, it's not a competition, it's a coalition.
Of course, exactly.
Now let me ask you this. Let's just say these was your set of friends, and you know, you see them doing this to this young lady, right? What are your thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
What are you? I mean, what are you doing in that situation?
So I'm probably gonna be set again because it does not take 1,000 people to do it, and it's probably gonna be tough to the niggas out because that's just weak, like I said before. And I'm probably gonna be telling the young ladies, you know, if it's a beef anyway, which needs to be dug into, like, is it what's the private text message conversation between one of them that lets us know that they had a problem in the first place and she shouldn't have been going with that group of people? Or everything can't just be peachy without one sign of negativity if it all ends in death. So I would not have been letting that go on, but everybody don't think like me, and everybody ain't like, you know, that. So it's just sad.
So you're saying that you would break the fight up?
Yeah, I would have broke the fight up. It probably would never happen. And if I heard the plotting, I probably wouldn't even been in there, so I wouldn't even know what was going to happen.
Wow. I don't know. I just would if that was my best friend for one wouldn't have been even in that position. But man, please let me walk in
Yeah.
and I see my best friend fighting. Like, girl, what is you doing to my best friend? Like, girl,
She got a
no.
male best friend.
Baby,
She got a
listen
male
here,
best friend. She
chairs,
should have been able to help her out.
everything would have been flying. Everything would have been flying.
You're
You
right about that.
girl, and I
But
don't want to think
somehow
like
he
that.
in on it. Somehow he in on it. Like if he sleep with one of the girls, we need to find out. What would make you have somebody back over your best friend of 5 years?
Listen, he was screwing one of them dudes. They were involved.
He doing it with
I
you?
feel like it's Nazir. He
Yeah.
overcompensate. Like he just does too much. You know?
I think he just scared because people are blaming him on the internet.
Listen here. He like niggas, but he don't want to be locked up with him for all his life. He likes it every now and again.
Nazir nigga gay.
Yeah, he like it every now and again. Nigga, I'm tearing up the club.
Wow.
If I walk in and I see my best friend fighting, I'm tearing up the club. Listen here, I'm knocking everybody out. I'm knocking.
Yeah.
You got your phone out?
That's the problem.
Yeah, you got your phone out.
Yeah.
I'm about to take that motherfucker. I'm about to throw it across the room, and I'm about to knock you out.
That she had she had a medical condition like a spinal problem that will cause her to be, because the spinal problem that she got will cause her to be unstable, then she wouldn't want to fight that because I already know what's going to happen. It should happen anyway because they continue to fight her.
Let me ask you this: do you think that this was a Kenneka Jenkins remake?
Well, yeah, you can kind of say that. I don't know about a remake, but the same situation.
Well, like a remix. Yeah, like a remix. Like, okay, we saw this, and we saw this girl at a hotel enjoying herself, and then she's in a freezer, and nothing happened to them. You know, even the mama tried to come out, but nothing is. You know, they had that mentality.
Like, do you think that inspired them to do it that way?
Yeah, I feel like it inspired them. Yeah.
Well, I feel like did the FBI really jump in like that with Kenneka Jenkins?
Girl, no.
I think they're gonna jump in this time because they want to keep Cabo open. Like the police said, I think they're gonna get on it because they want to keep Cabo open and want to make sure that the visitors still feel safe. But Mexico, they trending. Mexico is trending. A teacher found dead a year ago. Children kidnapped a month ago. These things going on.
It's like Mexico isn't so safe to go to, people. Listen here. You better go to Puerto Rican. Stay in the United States.
Don't go nowhere but in the house. Because I'm telling you, I am not trying to be dead out here. Just go by yourself. And if you got like one person, you don't have to be with no group of people like that. And if you do, you still need to have the money to have your own room and your own space because you're so grown.
Yeah. My thing is, I'm all for like, my thing is go, like if you're gonna do something, do like a family trip. You know what I'm saying? You want to go out of town, get you and a few of your cousins, you know what I'm saying, that you know that you're not gonna get into it with, you know, like people that you have good vibes with. Like your happy cousins.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And it's just like, even if you do go, because people take trips with their friends, try to do things with their friends, but you can never really predict what's on somebody else's mind, no matter what role they try to play. But these days, you have to have somebody that you can trust to go anywhere with you.
Mm.
So somebody can tell the real story or help protect you.
But I'm just I guess what I don't understand is this was your best friend. Y'all left, like you, like if everybody else left and you stayed, I respect you for that. No, but you hauled ass with everybody else.
Right.
I like.
But I would even respect you if you stayed because you should even let it happen in the first place.
Exactly.
You dropped all her luggage off. You brought all those girls over there to look her in her mama's face and lie again after y'all got back.
Oh my God, this makes sense. Oh my God. Okay.
Mm-hmm. See why I said I'm for sure? For sure was set up. Mm-hmm. But like I said, ma'am, you got to jump on Honey Please podcast to get more information.
I know that's right, girl. Well, girl, you gonna have to send the girl a donation, girl, because we've been over here working for about 2 hours and 50 minutes, girl. Send a girl $1 or $2. Let a bitch get a sandwich or something.
Okay, I feel you.
Let me run on down to this.
Why don't you take the phone number down?
Okay, it's.
I can't be saying it on your radio. You got to be a best on Spotify.
Okay, you on this the number right here, the one that you called in on?
Yeah.
Okay, this is your number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely hit you up on the under.
All right then. It was good talking to you.
Thank you once again. You guys go over and follow Honey Please podcast. This is one of our sisters. She's definitely covering a story. We want to get the news out there.
Yes.
And shout out to Lindsay.
Stories on there.
Uh-huh. Shout out to Lindsay as well. She came through and my sisters, y'all really shed some light. You know, some of the light that I wasn't catching, but I'm starting to I don't know, my mind has just been
unravel.
Yeah. It's starting to unravel, but then I'm still over here like tomorrow's her big day. And I kind of wish that I was like in a state near her because I would have actually went to the funeral.
Me too. Well, at least a candlelight does something that they gonna do because I know they're gonna do something like that.
Yeah.
But we will send out our love, and we're doing that now by either speaking on her name, and we are miles away.
Yes. Well, listen, you know, I called the American embassy this morning. I'm at the Mexico embassy this morning, And I called a lot of people. Oh yes, girl. I got up early this morning and started calling them people about 10, I think it's about 9, 10, 11, somewhere up in there. But I made some progress and got a call back. So a lady from the state of what do you call that? Um Office of Inspector General. I called them and made a complaint on this woman's behalf.
Okay. That is good then. So let me write down your name so I can shout you out on the podcast tonight.
Okay. And it's just Queen Tulsa.
Queen what, ma'am?
Queen Tulsa. So QueenTulsa. That's Queen Tulsa.
Queen Tulsa. I got you, Queen Tulsa.
Okay, beautiful. Well, I'm gonna be in touch with you. Don't you listen here? You better answer the phone when you see a girl calling.
I am just, but this spam likely, so I ain't really want to ask.
Oh. Well, listen, if you know I'm scam lightly,
I'm gonna save it.
Yeah, save me up in there.
I'm gonna save it up in there, and I'm gonna be hitting your show, and you be tuning in on that podcast, and we can keep in touch on a personal note.
Absolutely, love.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you network and meet new people.
Okay, that right there. It's all love. Seriously, it's all love. We can all eat. It's room for everybody out here to eat, people. There's no need to be jealous. You know, you see what jealousy does? Look at these lady stories that we are covering.
Yeah. Not to mention, I had covered a story on a young lady whose best friend had killed her because she got a promotion over her.
Oh no.
Exactly. So I had covered it, and I had just spoke basically on the basis of life of, being loyal.
Mm-hmm. Being loyal.
Not trusting people like that. Not trusting folks like that. But just watching out for the signs of being envious.
Yeah. So pretty much like when people are like, giving you like those little side, oh, this was just a joke. No, that wasn't a joke. That was actually serious.
Exactly. Which I covered fine with not congratulating and showing action of congratulations, not just saying the words. Words don't matter, it's actions.
That part. Okay. Sis said that she wasn't able to pull it up. You wasn't able to pull the here, let me see if I can post it in here now. Didn't I go in?
All right, Queen Tulsa, good night.
All right, love. All right, good night, and we will talk soon, hon.
Yes.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you for calling in. All right, guys, that was great. That was amazing. Here, let me see how I can put my Cash App up in here. Did I put my Cash App in here? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I just pinned it. Yeah, that was deep. That was deep. I pray that the family really gets their closure and really I pray that they are gonna be okay tomorrow, Tomorrow's a big day, it's time to see her for the last time and put her off in the ground. Oh, thank you thank you so much. I appreciate you for the Cash App, for the love offering. I really do. And I'm gonna have to reach out to Honey, because there's a few other ladies channels that I go to, and I stop at their channel and it's all love. But yeah, I definitely love having these conversations. It was just something on my heart. I was debating if I was gonna do the Kenneka Jenkins um like comparison. And I just said, forget it, just do it because we let more people know about it. You have children, know who your children friends are. You know what I'm saying? Get vibes, get the vibe, You see something, say something. But really it's all about that conversation with our children, having that relationship. Because at the end of the day, I tell my kids, I'm telling you this because one day I won't be here. Or I'm telling you this because it's going to save you some time and energy, you know. And yesterday, I kind of feel like, us as parents, we do so much. And sometimes we kind of, at times, maybe we feel like we don't do enough. It's okay to ask for a little confirmation. Hey, is mama on the right track, or am I good? Or y'all, am I showing up? Can I show up in another way? You always want to just ask those probing questions. Absolutely. Lindsay is the goat up in here. Our channel sponsor. We've got a channel sponsor, and the channel sponsor is Lindsay, honey. Oh my God. Okay. Yes, honey. But listen, guys, we have made it to our 3 hour mark. I want you guys to have a great weekend on purpose. Be safe if you all are going out. Um, if it's cold where you are, try to bundle up. But now I'm going to enjoy myself with my honey because the kids are away and this is our weekend to get very close. And now that mama got a little change in her purse, honey, we might be oh, we might honey, you want honey, baby? Oh, let me call him. He got that TV up so loud. I mean, and it's not a well. Let me call him. Calling him, and he's in the living room. Yeah, I was a little lazy to come up in there, but what I was gonna say is, um, I'm gonna run down the store and get us something to turn up on. Did you have anything in specific that you wanted? I'm going to the liquor house, to the liquor store. Thank you. All right, guys. So let me go ahead and get up off of here and do my big one. I love you all. Have Lindsay says, first time I've ever called in, and it was amazing. Thanks for being so receptive to dialogue. Enjoyed it so much. Listen here, we can agree to disagree, and I'm always open to learn new things. This is when you come here, this is your moment, this is your time. So, whatever it is that you want to get off your chest, you get it off here. I know a lot of people, they say, oh, I have, stipulations, but I feel like if the engagement is going cool, why not let it all out? Because you might just need it that moment to just like let some steam off. And I'd be like that too. When I go on other people's panel, I want to get into that engagement. I want to have fun, and I want to get my point across, and I want to hear other people's points. So you were definitely you were very much so great. And also, well, honey podcast. Yes. Well, listen, guys, the place is calling me downstairs, and I want to have a wonderful weekend because I'm just like, after a long day, you just want to just have that drink just to take the edge off. So I think that I'm going to be 21 tonight and indulge. Wonderful platform. Thank you so much, AV. I love you all. Have a great night. Like I said, if you guys are going out this weekend, be safe. Don't let nobody buy you no drink. Okay, if they want to buy you a drink, okay, let's walk over to the bar and we're going to buy it together. Okay, on that note, we are out. Hello, and thank you all for coming out to the Queen Tulsa show. It was all a dream. We finally made it. Listen, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. You have come to the place where you can relax, enjoy, and get the hot topics. We can also engage. You can come up or even you can call in. That number is 725-888-1644. Thank you so much for your loyalty. We made it. I'm so excited. You should be too. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, and make sure you sign up for our perks to get all the exclusives first.